Good morning. I'm Josanne Wright Callender, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck picture book and educational program. And this is a program that teaches not only literacy, but more in particular self, not self help, but self-esteem skills. My goodness, it is that kind of morning. It's the first of the year, though, and I'm very happy to be here. And in a way, it is self-help skills because we're teaching children to help themselves into another level of operating in this world. And it starts with us. We are the mentors and the educators and the parents who will bring our children out of what they think might be the way things should go into understanding that they can take control over their world and their environment. And we call that an inner locus of control instead of being externally motivated by people around them, which brings me to Michelle Borba's seventh tip in the unselfie why empathetic kids succeed in this all about me world. Her seventh and final tip was to have children realize that they can be their own superheroes, which I love because growing up, I just um, loved reading comic books and everything. And I know there are a lot of children who's, like me, still enjoy that hero aspect of life. And when they look, actually, instead of superhero, she says inner hero, because each of us has within ourselves, and it's part of our self-esteem, that desire to be to impact the world in a positive way. And we learn that from our environment, from people around us who are doing things that are very positive. There are children raising money for different charities who start doing industrial type of using their industry to start um, producing objects to sell to raise for charities. So when I read stories like that, I'm like, wow. And what was I doing at age 10? So when you can see a story of a hero, and that's why I said it's really a good idea to read to students and children to show them what other people are doing. They're surrounded by a positive environment of what can be done. So in this looking at the finding your inner hero, the larger part of that topic has to do with heroic action. And sometimes in schools, in our neighborhoods, children might feel bullied by some of the other children who, in their dysregulation, feel as though they should control others to feel more comfortable with their environment. And our calling on our inner hero allows us to see that, this isn't right, to push somebody around. And so Michelle Borba, says that what children can do is to, instead of being a bystander watching this type of behavior, is to become an upstander, which I love. That's a wonderful way of saying that you have a voice and you can express that to the buddies around you who aren't behaving properly. And the more children who do this, the more impact they will have on their friends. And instead of showing or going along with the bully's action, they can come alongside the person being bullied and say, hi, so and so is a great person. Let's actually have him come into this game that we're playing. And that diffuses all of the bully's intent to control someone else. And maybe with time, they can see that it's not an effective way of asserting oneself in a situation. So it's over time, but the main thing that we're working on is the inner hero of the child who is expressing and learning empathy, because the more they gain strength and become stronger in this way, the more of an impact they will have on their friends around them. So we're just hitting this really quickly this morning. I wanted to say Happy New Year, and we're going to come back to this because I just think it has a lot of wonderful points that we can withdraw from it and put into our banks of tools as teachers. So have a wonderful day. I hope that this is a blessed new year for you. And thank you so much for subscribing, and please share. Bye bye.